We are trying to wrap our heads around what's going on or what has happened. Our family lost a loving gem. She was a happy person. She was a loving person. Always wanted to celebrate no matter what.
A house fire in Milwaukee's Nash Park neighborhood quickly turned into a homicide investigation early this morning. New at 5, Ryan Jenkins talked to neighbors, family, and friends about a woman found dead inside a burning home.
The mother of Nikia Rogers, a 36-year-old woman found deceased during a house fire last week, is speaking out with the local news for the first time. The suspect was Nikia's boyfriend, Ernest Terrell Blackney, a fugitive who is now charged with killing his former girlfriend, who had been free on bail at the time. Just 10 days before, the family of the victim objected when the court released him for allegedly assaulting a 13-year-old child. Authorities say after that decision, Ernest went on a crime spree while awaiting sentencing for his charges. Nikia Rogers was 36 years old and lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. According to her Facebook, she graduated from the Young Women's Leadership Charter School of Chicago. Nikia later ventured off to pursue a medical biller and coder career at an insurance company in her area. Nikia was very determined and driven. She wanted the best for herself and life. Friends and family described her as a loving gem, an angel with a heart of gold. According to her mother, she was always a very happy and loving person who enjoyed celebrating with friends and family. Nikia also formed a union with Ernest Terrell Blackney, and the two began dating and formed a bond that eventually led them to live together. According to Nikia's best friend since kindergarten, she said Nikia lived in a home with Ernest for several years, but down the line, Nikia wanted out the relationship and was prepared to leave. Nikia's mother told the news that Nikia just told her she was leaving the relationship with Ernest just 3 weeks ago.
And I did ask her, I said, do you feel that he'll harm you? She said, I don't think he'll harm me. I'm okay, Mom.
Reports didn't go into detail about the ins and outs of their relationships, but they did report his shady past. Court records showed that Ernest was out on bond after being charged with a felony offense of second-degree assault of a child in 2020. In November 2021, Ernest posted a $5,000 cash bail and was released from jail the same day he was arrested with a non-guilty plea. Updated records show that on August 15th, during his most recent court appearance, he changed that plea to guilty.
He was in court just 10 days earlier, where he pleaded guilty to sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl. Prosecutors told the judge then they would recommend 6 years in prison and requested Blackney be taken into custody ahead of his sentencing. Instead, Judge David Borowski allowed him to go free, continuing his $5,000 bail without GPS monitoring.
Sadly, just 10 days after the judge's decision, Milwaukee police claims Ernest was the person who shot Nikia Rogers and set their home on fire.
And I would have never known him to have a dark past. I would have never known. If he pled guilty, he should have been taken into custody that day.
Firefighters found a container of lighter fluid next to her body. The complaint also outlined a text exchange between Blackney and a friend of Rogers. In it, police say Blackney sent messages from the victim's phone saying you should have left her alone, saying that she's dead. The friend asks this Terrell, the message back, yes.
Shortly before the incident, Nikia told close friends and family that she wanted to leave her boyfriend. The last conversation she had with a male friend, she referred to him as crazy and bipolar. Nikia texted the same man around 8 p.m. on August 24 to say she was going to the house to get the last of her things. The friend texted her again later that night to see if she was okay, and she said she was physically okay, but not mentally, and that she needed some time for herself. He told her he had food waiting for her, but never received a response. Around 4:30 a.m., the friend received a text message from Nikia's phone that read, "You should have left her alone." When he responded, "Excuse me," he received a reply that said, "She's dead." The witness, who asked Ernest by his middle name, then asked this to Terrell and received a message back that said yes, according to court records. 30 minutes later, Ernest called another man and told him that he was in the woods and he was sorry. Ernest then showed up at the man's house drenched from the rain and bleeding from his hands. He asked for a change of clothes, and after changing, he threw the clothes he'd been wearing in the outside garage can. Then he allegedly told the man, "She made me do it," before eventually admitting that he allegedly shot Nikia. Ernest also alleged that he burned down his house, car, his garage, and 3 tractor trailers because he didn't deserve to live. The witness told police that he tried to convince him to turn himself in, however, he disappeared. Just after 4 a.m. on Thursday, the Milwaukee Fire Department responded to a call for the house fire and found a woman deceased from wounds to her back and head. Later on the scene, she was identified as 36-year-old Nikia Rogers. Investigators spent most of their Thursday combing through the charred home, searching for answers as the investigation continues. Neighbors in the area were shocked. They said it was a very close-knit neighborhood.
I pulled out of my garage at 3 o'clock exactly to head to work, and it was still very quiet at that time. I got the call from the neighbor lady that she was in my house because there was a fire at the house adjacent to theirs, and they were afraid it would spread to theirs. I guess windows were cracking or something, and it was quite an inferno according to what she told me. I just say a prayer to them and hope that they can navigate through it.
While still investigating, authorities connected 47-year-old Ernest Terrell Blackney to the incident. Authorities allege that he went on a crime spree while awaiting sentencing for other charges. Authorities claim he took Nikia's car and stolen another from a civilian.
Police say he shot and killed Nikia Rogers, then went on a crime spree, stealing Rogers' car, torching his own semi-truck and 3 trailers, and then ditching her car in a field near 96th and Allen. On the run, Blackney found a man repairing large machinery here on the northwest side and told the man he was taking his truck, ordering him at gunpoint inside of this trailer here, locking him inside. That victim eventually pried open a side trailer door to escape and call 911. Tonight, police say Blackney is on the run in the victim's blue pickup truck.
As of September 1st, 2022, he is still at large. Ernest's attorney did not respond to the new allegations against his client. The local news also reached out to the judge in the case regarding the minor, and he said he is not allowed to comment on a pending case per Supreme Court rules. However, the sentencing was set for October 20th, 2022.
And police say the suspect, Ernest Terrell Blackney, could be driving a stolen blue Chevy Silverado pickup. It has a logo from the Zignego company on 2 rear windows and a Wisconsin license plate number DH21644. If you can help in any way, call police, or if you want to remain anonymous, call Milwaukee Crime Stoppers at 414-224-TIPS.
I will continue to send love and light to her friends and family. This story reminds me of Renika Richburg. I told her story a few years ago on my channel, and unfortunately, Lloyd Jones still remains at large to this day. I hope that justice is served for this family, as well as the other victims that are mentioned throughout the media in regards to this case. I'm sure more details will unfold, but until that time, let's please respect the victim and the family in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys. And with that being said, don't forget to check on your loved ones.